So this is a video of how I made the Iron Dome Israeli defense system and why I made it. The story behind this. So I'd already made Cloud pretty quickly, and then I went on to make the Iron Dome because I knew quite a lot of people, celebrities and other people. Like, so I knew Jerry Seinfeld, who's apparently Jewish, and then other people in the Seinfeld series are Jewish. Blossom, the actor, was Jewish. I'd met Elon Musk and other people, and I'd met Jerry Springer on the American TV show. Jerry Springer, that old TV show when everyone goes crazy on the TV show. He's supposed to be Jewish, and I don't know, like I had a lot of people like that I felt comfortable with and I knew, and I made this invention, and I just said my attempts to talk to Australians about it and the Australian military. I had some small response, not much responses, but my main problem was this. I've been living in Brisbane, Australia. I wanted to build an Israeli Iron Beam Lazer Defense system. I made this out of my head. Obviously, being one of the most unique people in the world and one of the world's best inventors, I just made this. So I did all the blueprints, diagrams for the Iron Dome and the Iron Beam. Basically, I was only 15 years old, and I'd only met Elon Musk at the Apple store in Milton, Brisbane. So this is all like happening around the same time. Elon Musk didn't know anything about this. So what happened is, I've made this. My father wouldn't input any money in it. I've been told by the Israeli government that they will accept this. When I called the Israeli Prime Minister and the Defense Minister, they will take this, because I had no capacity to make a weapon myself. But I was told the patent will be about $18,000 or $25,000 when I was 15. So I had no input from my father financially for these things. He is against building weapons. So I decided to give it to the Israeli government because there was a lot of people in Brisbane, Australia, that were Jewish and Middle Eastern. I was Christian at the time, and I have no involvement in these countries whatsoever, so I'm like completely neutral with other countries. I'm pretty accepting of other countries, but I'm completely neutral. I don't have any like war agendas or anything like that. So the main thing was keeping people safe, preventing like a massive war outbreak, and keeping people safe that I'm comfortable with, like the Israelis that I'm comfortable with, and the Christians that live in Israel. So there was a lot of talk that there's going to be a big war and they're going to like destroy all of Israel with rockets and bombs and all these things. There's been lots of talk of that. For me, I didn't even know where Israel was on the map. I've never even heard of Israel before. When I was 15, I only used to watch ABC News. I didn't know anything about any news. I was just bored of the news. I never watched news, so I only listened to ABC radio with my father. That's it. So I didn't really watch much news until I was like 19 or 20, just because not interested in what happens overseas that much. So, but I was interested to find out that it was that dangerous out there, and I felt sorry for people that they could get injured. And it was obviously Israel's an ally of Australia, but it was more preventing a world war. Like, I felt this is going to happen no matter what. These people want to fight each other so badly that I don't know if I can ever stop it, but I will try and do something about it. So when I talked to the Israeli Prime Minister, he said yes straight away. He'll accept it from me. Benjamin J. Cooper, Australian, no problems. He's very fond of me and I was fond of him. And then the Defense Minister had to approve this as well, and he said yes. But mainly the Defense Minister had to look at this first, and then I had to make sure I confirmed it with the Israeli Prime Minister, who said yes. So they got all my drawings, all my sketches, all my blueprints for the Iron Dome and Iron Laser Beam. Also the idea of putting laser beams on the back of cars that can shoot rockets out of the air. So e.g. like you're in a car, a really fast car, and you've got a laser on the top of the roof, and somebody's trying to like whole city and you can shoot the laser off the car. Or to stop somebody destroying your vehicle, you shoot a laser off the car to stop a missile attack onto the car or stop another vehicle. So once I've done that was all accepted, amazingly. Very open to talking about these things. So I thought I was going to call it the Black Rock, because I heard in the Middle East they had a Black Rock, you know, so I said, I might call it the Black Dome or something, or the Black Dome, Iron Dome. So I called it the Iron Dome, but I think it was black. So Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, did accept all these things and put it through. And the idea was used by Daniel Gold, the head of the Israeli Defense System Research and Development Team, DDR&D, and the Brigadier General of the Israeli Defense Forces. So this is invented. Basically, it works as a long-range missile system. And it was made for short distance as well, and 5 lasers to stop drones and missiles. So, because I'd already designed, you know, the AI chips. I'll talk about it in another video, but I'd already designed robotics as well as the Iron Dome system and other inventions already. Being the third world's best inventor, possibly even #1, but I can't claim that, so I just say the third best inventor in the world. So, you know, the laser maybe it'll cost $2 a shot, but they'll save a lot of damage to a city. Therefore, the energy weapon is a directed energy shot, like a laser system, which has an unlimited amount of firing capability, so it can fire as many lasers as it needs to fire, like a million if it has to. It has low operational cost, no manpower, because it's an automatic machine, like it has a sensor. When it detects something, it just shoots it out of the sky straight away. So the interceptor will have the debris just fall onto the protected area, and in comparison to an expensive missile interceptor, around $2,000 per shot, the cover will cost against $100,000 to $150,000 per interception firing. So it's much cheaper. It's tens of kilowatts of power. It's lots of power. They use the energy power, but it can shoots up to a range of 7 kilometers. For me, I didn't really mention the range, but they just had to. When they made it, it went up to about 7 kilometer ranges originally. It can destroy UAVs, drones, mortar shells in 4 seconds after twin high energy beams, fiber optic lasers, contracts the target, and then bang, then it's gone. Now in 2023, last year, they had the level could reach like 100 kilowatts power, I think. So that's quite a lot of power. The system can focus a beam to the diameter of about a 10-cent coin, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, originally they said, oh, maybe I'll shoot it so it goes straight through a 10-cent coin or a 5-cent coin, 20-cent coin, not that accurate. Then it could just shoot like a really small drone, like a drone like that size. Because if it can shoot something that size, it can shoot a head, it can shoot a really small plane that's trying to like explode something. So that was accepted and it's done now. So now it's done. I think, during COVID, they said it was like about 3,500 missile attacks in 1 or 2 months, which I thought must have been bullshit. And it was actually, I think it was 350 in 1 month, but it was another month, or like a quarter of the year 2022 or 2023, they had between 13,500 and 18,500 missile attacks on Israel. So that would have destroyed like half of Israel probably if this system wasn't made. But also it's to prevent, the Gaza and the Lebanon from going to world war. Once they go to world war, there'll be a world war with the Middle East, or the Middle East will be in world war in that area, which is kind of happening now. So it's pretty hard to stop them. They're going to keep fighting a lot of the time. And that's what they were telling me in Brisbane City. So, they told me stuff like that. And I said, well, I've got no involvement. I'm not involved. I'm a neutral person. I'm an inventor. But I wasn't really telling them I was an inventor. I just said, look, I'm a neutral person. I wasn't talking to Elon Musk because I was an Israeli, born in Israel or anything. You know, I have studied Israel, I have an interest in Israel and in some of the different religions I have interest in learning, but that's not my war. My war is over as an Australian. Basically, we've done that before. So I did meet people in Israel, and I did also have the idea for the Christian-Israeli Alliance. So there's an alliance between Christians and Israelis and having common ground. That was also something that I had formed back then that they actually do now in Israel as well. So, but that's the basic story. People want to ask me about it. People on Facebook will ask me about these things all the time. I could have got paid a lot of money for this in cloud and other things, but it's also the cost to me doing it, and my family are against war devices. I've made more war devices. I've got tons and tons of inventions I've made. So if I had to make them all myself, it might cost me like $200 million just to build the prototypes. But that's the kind of money I'll need on it. I could get lots of fundraising for these things. Sure, I could do fundraising for anything. I've got hundreds of, maybe 200 more inventions I haven't released. But it's very time consuming. And de facto was preventing a world war, preventing a lot of loss of lives, which will happen anyway. You know, people do whatever they want when they have these conflicts. They just keep going for it anyway, but it's just to preventing and having the safety features, like giving people a right to have safety. Like there's people living in those places that don't want anything to do with war, who are intellectuals and things. So, you know, people have a right to safety. You know, people say they have to fight for safety. It's partly true, but having these inventions gives people more human rights as well. Because a lot of people will not have a choice. If there's a war, everyone has to fight. If there's a war, everyone's affected. So that's how it is.